What's going on YouTube? Uberman here. So today I wanted to show you something that I am using this year. It is the first year I've ever used it, and so far I am absolutely in love with it. This is Intuit's expense tracker, okay, for self-employed. Now, I've used another software for filing my taxes every year since 2008, but this year I saw a deal from Uber where it said like $20 off, try TurboTax self-employment, and I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try. And I did it, and it was a real pain. I mean, it was a real pain, not because of anything TurboTax did. It's just because I have so many businesses, I have so many cars, I have so many miles and everything. It was just really difficult because of how complicated my personal situation is. You guys probably won't have anything near as complex as mine. But now that I've got it in here, now that it's all put together, man, this thing is great, guys. This is my expense tracker. Okay, right here, this is year-to-date expense tracker. This gives me a pretty good estimate of my actual income versus my actual expenses. There's my business income, there's my business spending, and then there's my business profit. Now, it's a rough estimate, okay? Nothing is going to be 100%. But what happens is you can come in here and you can see this will link to your bank account. This is actually directly linked to two of my bank accounts. This is amazing, guys. So you can come over here and say, look, I spent $676. What was this for? You can come over here and create a rule. You can mark something as personal. You can mark it as business. You can specify exactly what it was. Facebook took $37.51 from my account. Obviously, this is business, and this was for advertising. You can come down here and say, you know, AMC Crossroads Mall, $15. That's obviously personal. Here's $4 that Uber paid me. That's business income. You see what I mean? And then what you do is you create a rule for the things that are going to be repeated many, many times. Just go ahead and create a rule for it. And then you don't ever have to go back and mark it as business or personal again. You don't have to even mark what is it income, you know, is it legal and professional services. You know, you don't have to mark any of that anymore. And it makes life a whole lot easier, guys. Now, if this isn't enough, you know, to be able to track, and what I like to do is go in here daily and update anything that's not set up as business or personal already. I do this every day, make sure I got everything where it needs to be. I come over here, I go to miles. The app on your phone will actually track your miles for you, and then all you have to do is come in here and tell it if it's personal or business, and then it tells you how much your tax deduction is for it. Isn't that something? I absolutely love it. It tells you what your estimated taxes due are quarterly, which I don't do that. I always pay my taxes at the end of the year. This is amazing, guys. It is very, very good about being able to track your miles, and that's the problem that I've had with some other apps that I've used try to track mileage is they don't really keep up. Then you have to manually go in. Now, if you need to, you can add a trip, and you can go in and you can actually add the distance and all of that. You can describe exactly what your trip was for. Okay, so if it misses a trip, or say you leave your phone at home and you're like, damn, I forgot, you can just go in here and add it back, and it will tell you, boom, here's the miles that you've driven, Ford Mustang GT. Now, I've got many cars, but I've already talked to an Intuit specialist on this, and they said, don't worry about it for now. Just put all the miles under one car, and it doesn't make any difference. When it comes to TurboTax, I've got everything set up there now, so next year everything will just transfer over. It'll be smooth, streamlined, easy to do, shows your per mile rate. This thing is great. And you go back to home, and it'll show you, I get 22 new transactions to review. Tax savings so far this year, almost $1,000. Not bad considering it's just now February, right? I mean, this is a good deal. I love it. So, you know, now that I've had a chance to try it out for a little while and really get to know it and understand it and verify that it works the way it's supposed to, I decided, you know, I'm going to go ahead and promote this to you guys. Now, as you can see at the top, it says refer a friend, give 50%, get $30. Now, what this means is that if you use the code, which will be in the description, okay, first link in the description will be the link to this, all right, you will get 50% off the cost of what this would have normally cost you, and in turn for you signing up and getting 50% off, they pay me $30. Win-win. I love it, and I didn't even know about this, you know, and you guys know I love promoting stuff, but when I signed up for TurboTax, it wasn't to get this Intuit expense tracker. I didn't even know they had it. It was just TurboTax. But then it said, hey, because you got this, you paid for this service, you get this free. And I was like, no kidding. All right, so now I've tried it out and I saw this, like, wow, so I can make some money off it. I mean, totally coincidental. It just happened to work that way. I love it regardless of whether you sign up using my link below or not. Hell, don't use it, whatever. I highly recommend this regardless. So, as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, stay safe out there, and Uber on.